India is going to crack down on pre-installed apps under new smartphone security rules. Pre-installed apps. No more pre-installs. Force smartphone makers like Apple to allow removal of pre-installed apps and mandate screening of OS updates under proposed new security rules. They're like, hey, you might want to check out the Indian version of that app first. We don't want it pre-installed. Pre-installed, you go all the way back to Microsoft. You go all the way back to browsers. You go back to anti-competitive, monopolistic practices, courtrooms, and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Because the pre-install is hugely advantageous for the brands that are shipping the hardware and the software, like Apple. They get a head start with all their services and everything else. Uh-huh. And the case has been made in the past that that's not an equal playing field, it's anti-competitive, etc. Under the new rules, smartphone makers will need to include an uninstall option for pre-installed apps. Okay, so you can pre-install, but you got to be able to uninstall. Mm-hmm. I'm big on the uninstall. When I get a new device, I'll go through, I'll uninstall. How about you?
Yeah, every single one. Yeah. I want to start like fresh.
On iOS, I uninstall all types of apps that I just don't use. Whatever I'm allowed to uninstall, I basically uninstall.
Health tracking stuff.
That's what you go for?
Yeah, just take it out. Facebook. Yeah. Especially Samsung. They got iHealth or something?
Samsung's got a lot going on. Sometimes you can't delete. Sometimes you can only hide. You just hide the app.
Stuff it in a folder. But then it wastes space.
A little bit.
You know?
Yeah. Well, not even stuff it in a folder. I'm saying you can actually, there's like a hide option and you won't see it anymore in your app list, but you just can't delete it. I liked when Apple said, okay, you can delete, re-download from the App Store if you want at a later date. Mm-hmm. But I guess in some cases, well, certainly in some cases, they haven't made that possible on some apps. Apple already allows many of its own apps to be deleted, but core apps like Messages, Photos, and Phone cannot be deleted. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Get rid of Phone.
Delete the App Store?
Only removed from the home screen and hidden in the app library, according to report sources. India's IT ministry is considering the rules over concerns about spying and abuse of user data with explicit references to the risk from China. Pre-installed apps can be a weak security point, and we want to ensure no foreign nations, including China, are exploiting it, said an unnamed official. It's a matter of national security. Well, they came in, they gave the boot to the TikTok. They came in and they said, we're going to do our own local version of it. They talked about something similar for payments and messaging and everything else, right? They're big into this. Whether it's even on the manufacturing side, which we've talked about. They say, we want to do more of that over here. We'll tax you if you don't. Play ball with us. And so they keep drawing the line.
Yeah, what's to stop TikTok from paying like a manufacturer like hundreds of millions of dollars to have them installed?
Oh, they do.
Or the TikTok app installed.
Well, let me just show you another one there, Will, because I know you've been through it. You boot up that new phone and you throw on your YouTube, don't you? Well, you may remember once upon a time that YouTube was pre-installed on iOS.
Yeah.
What a throwback.
Uh-huh.
That was a huge boost. You just boot up your new iPhone, YouTube's right there ready to go. Mm-hmm. Now, that was a massive deal, multi-billion-dollar deal between Google and Apple. Mm. Apple at some point says, oh, crap, those guys kind of boosted off us. Mm. You know, it's like when you're in a race there and you get real tight behind that other car and you don't have as much resistance and you kind of go to the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Catch a little boost, don't you?
Was it draft?
You might draft. Well, you might do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you would know. You were out there racing around, weren't you?
Was I? I don't know about this.
No, that never happened. You never had a phase.
It was news to me.
You never had a phase like that where you were driving too fast?
No.
Oh, good for you.
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Well, that's good for friend. You. I like that, and I know you.
Yeah.
I know you would tell the truth. So you've never gotten a speeding ticket.
I have, yeah. You call me out. Racing my way to work, actually. 2 times.
To here?
Yeah.
That's so short, though.
No, not when I live on the highway.
Of course. Yeah.
But you know what? I noticed that Toronto drivers, they drive fast. Like the speed limit's like 100 on the highway. kilometers.
Yeah.
People drive like a 120,
130
Yeah, like no problem.
kilometers. I know. So what is this? A suggestion? And then you'll see a report in the paper, like the whole traffic is going 130. But then you see a report, not in the paper, but I'm saying in like a local news publication online. Google News will feed it to you. They'll be like, teen arrested in reckless driving 150 kilometers an hour. And you're like, what are you talking about, man? That's practically what the entire traffic is doing on the 407 right now.
Yeah.
And they act like it's the most dangerous thing that's ever happened.
I only noticed because Montreal, they actually do abide by the speed limit. I was like, why is everyone so slow? But then the actual speed limit, it's like 100. It's only when I noticed.
Was that in Montreal, the city, or
no? It was in the highways, dude.
No, I know, but I'm saying like maybe it's because you were kind of. Did you go into Montreal? Or did you go around Montreal?
We went in it.
You went into Montreal.
Yeah.
And you felt like the traffic was moving slower than around here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I like that observation. That's kind of cool.
But since I'm so used to Toronto traffic, and like the highways, like. Now I notice that people speed a lot.
Nobody's going 100.
And no one's getting caught.
If somebody's going around 100, it seems dangerous.
Yeah.
You're like,
when you're driving too slow.
Whoa, that car right there is drawing so much attention to it in the middle lane at 100. Mm-hmm. It's really odd. I don't know if speed limits need to go up. I think they actually did go up in a couple places to 110. Am I crazy?
Oh, yeah?
I feel like I saw that somewhere. 110. And by the way, for those in the States, you're like, what is all this kilometer talk? It's not that fast. It sounds really fast. There you go.
Here we go.
Ontario government raised the speed limit permanently from 100 to 110 in 6 sections of provincial highways. So they know it's ridiculous, this whole thing.
Yeah.
They know that. Look at all these spots. And this is the one I experienced because I was going, there you go, Highway 404 from Newmarket to Woodbine, 16 kilometers, is now 110.
Okay.
And the other one from Highway 401, where am I? It must have been the Ottawa one that I was doing recently because I was over there. So this must have been the one. And that's a long one, 102 kilometers.
Yeah.
That must have been me right there.
Yeah.
Going 110.
But you're going like 150.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing about it. But like, I just feel the need 110 kms to mph. It's only, what is it over here? It's that's only 68 miles per hour. What is it? 68.35.
100 is 62.
Yeah, no, I did 110.
Yeah, okay.
It's only 68.35 miles per hour. It's not that fast. So it sounds fast. It's not that fast. It's a bit ridiculous. It should be 120.
But then, people will go higher because they're people.
And I know things get more dangerous as your speed goes up, but not necessarily in some places.
Like the Autobahn?
Yeah, in the Autobahn, but even in the States, it's 80 miles an hour in a lot of freeway space. So like 80 mph to
it's like 120, right?
kmh, 130.
130.
You see, people here are just driving the speed limit in the States anyway. Mm-hmm. So everyone's being goofy in this pretend zone. And then you get these reports of, oh my God, 50 over the speed limit. You're like, everybody's 30 by default over the speed limit.
Yeah.
It's a little bit irritating, I'm not going to lie.
Wow, you came in hot today.
No, I didn't.
Jeez.
The thing is, I didn't. But then that one got me going over there. And then someone here says most of Europe is 130 kmh, you know? So I'm a politician, you understand?
Yeah.
I'm the transport, highway traffic. That's me now.
Okay.
I'm running.
Or, what's it called? NHTSA?
I'm running for it. Although I did see the other day a kind of, not a graphic, an animation, a really nice physics-based animation of a car crash at different speeds wrapping around a pole. And it's amazing after you hit a certain speed how different that impact is in terms of damage. But It doesn't matter. All right? I don't care because it's obvious that humans have selected what the highway speed is, regardless of which sign you put there. And we're all just joking around because just go on the highway if you don't believe me.
Yeah.
And see what's going on over there.
I just wonder if it's due to snow. Like they're not going to change the.
Tell me, they don't have snow in Europe or in the States.
No, that's true.
Come on,
but I don't know. The roads here can get.
You always have to drive according to the conditions, regardless of what the limit is listed at.
But they're not. No one's gonna like get into a crash. Be like, oh, the speed limit told us to drive 120. So.
Yeah, so someone says 30 mph does a lot of damage. Yeah, they listen. I understand how they make the case. I understand they go into the meetings. They all, they get their ties done. They get their jackets on. But why did they put it up then? Because they knew it was bogus. That's why they put it up 10 kilometers an hour. They knew it was bogus. And I tell you, it should be 120. That's how bogus it is.
Okay.
And I'm running my campaign on that premise. You're gonna get where you're going quicker.
Well, I
120.
support that.
And who knows? Well, once this stuff goes FSD, maybe it becomes these things talk to each other, and we're like a high speed. Yeah, we're a high speed train.
A bullet train.
We're just.
Yeah.
The other thing is cars are so much better now. Cars. You driven in these cars? I had a car when I was a kid. You're rattling, dude. You're rattling at 120 kmh. You're rattling, dude.
Things are falling off.
You're gripping that wheel. Now, don't even get me started. You put me out there in that plaid. The stability is out of control. Can't have the same rules.
Yeah, cars are a lot better now.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Long show, Lou.
Somebody on here says prison is very safe.
That is true. I guess not. Actually, no, that's not true at all.
Depends what you're in there for.
Yeah.
Will, you trying to get me moving along here?
Yeah, can we?
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.